Anyway, I hope I am live now. So, am I live? Am I audible? I guess I am audible. Zero known for more trading. Don't worry, Bala. You can keep investing in whatever platform you're investing because that platform is not where you're investing. That platform வந்து அது மூலமா தான் நீங்க இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ஆனா உங்க அக்கவுண்ட்ஸ் உங்கெல்லாம் ஸ்டாக்ஸ்ன்னு பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாம் இட்ஸ் சேவ்ட் இன் your CDSL account or your NSDL accountல தான் உங்க ஸ்டாக்ஸ் இருக்கு. So you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about $0 யூஸ் பண்ணேன்னா அதில் வாங்கினேன்னா இதில் வாங்கினேன்னா as long as நீங்கள் ஃபியூச்சர் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் ட்ரேட் பண்ணாமல் நீங்கள் வந்து கண்ட்ரோல்டாக இருந்தீங்கன்னா பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து ஹியூமன் மைண்ட் வந்து இட்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் கியூரியஸ். ஒரு வாட்டி போட்டு பார்த்தா என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது தேவையில்லாமல் வழுக்கி விழுந்துடும். ஸோ டெம்டேஷன் இஸ் த பிகஸ்ட் ப்ராப்ளம் இன் லைஃப். ஸோ if you're able to control your temptation, Bala, you can definitely go on investing in $0. தான் இன்வெஸ்ட் என் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல தான் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணிடணும். As long as you're investing with principles, there's no issues. I'm assuming I'm audible because யாரும் ஒன்றும் சொல்லலை. என் குரல் கேட்குது. Is the video quality okay? Am I audible? இல்லை என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் அருணை தான் கேட்கும். Yes, sir, audible. Very good. Thanks, Prashant Sendil, for letting me know. டேய் குரல் கேட்குதுல்ல கிளியரா? லைவ்ல. எனிவே, ஸோ இன்னைக்கு என்ன பேசலான்னு இருந்தேன். இன்னைக்கு பேசுறது வந்து ஹவு டு பிக் மல்டி பேக்கர். நம்ம எப்பயும் வந்து எப்படி வந்து ஒரு மல்டி பேக்கர் ஸ்டாக்கை வாங்குறதுன்னு தான் யோசிக்கணும். ஸோ I thought today I will talk about how to pick up a multi-bagger stocks that will make us rich. So இதுக்கு வந்து we should have a framework. So the framework, what we need to look at first, I would say வந்து நம்ம என்ன முதல்ல பார்க்கணும்னா market capitalization. So இதுல 2 theories are there. ஒரு தியரி என்னன்னா நீங்க வந்து ஒரு சின்ன கம்பெனியை பார்த்துட்டு இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா அது வளர வளர இயர்ஸா அது வந்து ஸ்மால் கேப்லேருந்து மீடியம் கேப் ஆகும், லார்ஜ் கேப் ஆகும். ஸோ அப்ரி அது ஒரு தியரி. தி அதர் தியரி இஸ் ஒரு மீடியம் கேப் வாங்கிட்டு அது லார்ஜ் கேப் ஆகும்போது ஏன்னா அப்போ ரிஸ்க் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ மார்க்கெட் கேபிட்டலைசேஷன் இஸ் சம்திங் யூ நீட் டு திங்க் அபவுட். நான் என்ன நினச்சேன்னா we should keep market capitalization between 7,300 to 10,000 crores. அது வந்து we keep that as market capitalization. That is a good starting point. Next thing, what we need to pay attention to is revenue and profit growth. ஏன்னா ஒரு நல்ல பிஸ்னஸ்னா you should be able to make money. Making money is fundamental, and not only making money, அது வந்து ப்ராஃபிட்டபுளாக இருக்கணும். சும்மா பிஸ்னஸ் காஸ்ட் டு காஸ்ட் செஞ்சோன்னா that is also of no use. You're doing a lot of revenue but no profit. But also profit should be there. So revenue and profit are next. So at least must show 10% annualized revenue and profit growth over 5 years. That means the company should at least ஒரு 5 வருஷமாவது ஆப்ரேட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கணும். அந்த ஆப்ரேஷன்ல வினோத் சீனிவாசன் ஒரு சேனல் இருக்கேடா இல்லடா. நீ வரலையா? இல்லை இன்ஸ்டாலே ஒரு லிங்க் போடுங்கிறியா? இன்ஸ்டால போட்டிருக்கேனே, நிறைய பேர் வராங்க. இன்னும் sorry, my dear friend Arun is not able to find the channel. So he wants me to share it. Where is share? Share is here. Copy, close. Let me drop it on Instagram so people can find it. My sound engineer, visual engineer has said everything is hunky-dory. So anyway, now what was I talking about? Multi-baggers. So multi-baggers in பார்க்கும்போது market capitalization is the first thing. Second thing நம்ம என்ன பார்க்கணும்னா revenue and profit growth. That means ஒரு 5 years ஆகுது இந்த கம்பெனி வந்து எழுந்திருக்கணும். 5 years இருந்தது. Not only that, revenue profit growth at least ஒரு 10% annualized revenue and profit growth இருக்கணும். Adjusted against one-offs, discounted operations. One-offs தான் நிறைய வரும். இப்போ எஷர்ல வந்து ரீசெண்டாக ஒரு 2,000 crore one-off இருந்தது. So that is something one time. So Reliance-la வந்து அவங்க Asian Paints வித்தாங்க. That is one time. So these one times we should remove. So we don't get confused and clouded. So இதெல்லாம் பார்த்து we should make sure profit growth in revenue is there for 10 years, at least 10%. Second thing that is to keep an eye on. Third thing I would say rising returns. It means seeing ROE and ROCE at least 12%. That means it is growing. 3-year median பார்க்கணும். அது 5 year பார்க்காம 3 years பார்த்தோம்னா at least 3 years இது grow ஆகுதா அது பார்க்கிறது important. சரிங்களா? So must at least 3% higher points than the previous 3 years. That means improving efficiency and capital productivity improve ஆகுதான்னு notice பண்ணின்னு போகணும். Fourth thing, cash conversion. CFO to EBITDA. That ratio must be at least 70%. Okay? So greater than 70% or equal to 70%. That means actual profits is being converted to cash. There's no gerrymandering going on. There is no financial cookbook going on. Financial engineering panama. Actual profits and it's being converted to cash. So that is something important to see. Then, of course, the most important, actually this should be the first thing, but I put it in the last because I was writing my list and list I happened to cut here, so I don't forget this most important rule. I would say what you should be building a foundation on is debt level. Debt to equity ratio should be 1.5. Yeah, this is just to make sure we don't get caught into debt companies. Anand, if he was here, he'll probably shoot me and say, what do you mean 1.5? It should be no debt. So this, I leave it up to your judgment call. So because there is an argument, kadan eduthaadhaan you can grow. So how you manage your debt is important. So without capital, without borrowing, how can a company grow is an argument to be had. Because the reason ஒரு company IPO போறதே is to raise capital, to get money to do business. So Anand says, if they're not able to do that and they're borrowing more money, that means they're not able to do the business very well. So this is something subjective. There's no real right or wrong answer in this. It's up to you to understand and see how to look at this and understand, come to your own conclusion. So these qualitative filters ninga paakumbodhu, these are the most important things. So yeah, after screening this, we get into some real judgment-based analysis. That means your own personal views. What do you personally think is the right thing? So this is where, discounted cash flow and all this go out the window. Because you can calculate பண்ணலாம், but calculate பண்ணிட்டு over here when you evaluate this, there's no equation for this one. Like product specialization. In the company has a special product. Are they specialist in this? That is something that we have to understand and analyze. Capacity for building. சரிங்களா? Growth. Capacity எப்படி இருக்கு அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு? இந்த சரி ஒரு நல்ல ப்ராடக்ட் செய்கிறாங்க, அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் வளர்றதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு என்ன? அது பார்க்கணும். மூணாவது பிராண்டோட டெப்த். லைக் டாடா, எவ்ரிஒன் இன் இந்தியா நீங்கள் எங்கே போனாலும் டாடா தெரியும். மேபி தே won't even know the president of India நம்ம ஊரில் தெரியாது. யார் president of India அப்படி பார்ப்பாங்க. இதான் இதே டாடா கம்பெனினா டாடா கம்பெனி தெரியும் அப்படிம்பாங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஆஃப் த பிராண்ட். ஸோ அந்த பிராண்டோட டெப்த் என்ன? நாலாவது கிளியர் பொசிஷனிங். சரிங்களா? கம்பேர்ட் டு த காம்படிஷன், how are they positioned? Is there kind of a moat? Is there some kind of separation from the competition? How is the product being positioned? Or the service being positioned? That is something to see. Next one, the structural tailwinds. Tailwinds na something that blows. ஒரு கப்பல் போடுதுன்னா பின்னாடியிலேருந்து காத்தடிச்சா கப்பல் ஃபாஸ்டாக போகும். ஸோ இஸ் there any sectoral இல்லாட்டா is there any கம்பெனிக்கு ஏதாவது ஸ்பெஷல் எபிலிட்டி இருக்கா to get even more growth push? Because that will help. What you want to avoid is headwind. Headwind is blowing at you, which is slowing you down. Tailwind is helps you to go faster. So is there any tailwind? Of course, this is the most important one again, which I've kept here. Sound governance. How is the management? Who are the owners? Is their governance good? Is corporate governance good? Are they able to follow? Is there no controversies? 5 வருஷமா controversy இல்லாம இருந்திருக்காங்களா without any problems? And this could be with customers, this could be with employees. So you should study this. You should go into LinkedIn, like I said, and read how is this company be doing with its competition, with its employees, with its customers. How are they being looked at in the market? What is their reputation? That gives a lot also idea about the management. 7th is room for scale. This is also important. Is there an opportunity to scale up what they're doing? Is there an opportunity for this company to scale up? So these are things that is worthy into studying into deeper research. So some of it நீங்க வந்து ஈஸியா ஓபன் பண்ணி நீங்க படிச்சிடலாம். சரிங்களா? Is this right or is this wrong? But this further analysis is where it gets tricky because it is purely subjective. It's your opinion. Do you value what is being done by the company? Is நீங்க தான் உட்கார்ந்து படிச்சு புரிஞ்சுக்கணும் நீங்க. So keep this in mind. So this is what I think will help us analyze a company. So going forward, we'll use this principle. So anytime I bring a company up, or you want to bring a company up, நீங்க வந்து you should be able to look at these data points நான் இப்ப சொன்னது. So the data pointsல you can even use artificial intelligence. There's nothing wrong in this. You can use ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you want. So you teach it, create a module within that, say these are the rules I want you to follow, then do my research. So it makes your life easier. Of course, I have Albin and Albin's team who keep helping me out. But எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு ஆல்பின் ஒரு ரிசர்ச் டீம் கிடையாது. So the best way it is use artificial intelligence. There's nothing wrong. But நீங்க artificial intelligence என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணாலும் check and verify. சரியா? ஒரு டேட்டா பாயிண்ட் சொல்லுதுன்னா go back, read it. Artificial intelligenceல ஒரே ப்ராப்ளம் என்னன்னா it tends to hallucinate. So sometimes it gives you wrong information. So you cannot go investigate what you call investing based on what it says. But you can use it to filter data filtering use பண்ணிட்டு then whatever it says you can go and check again and say அது பண்ணது வந்து கரெக்டா பண்ணிருக்கா இல்லையா. So that is the way to use it. ஒரு நிறைய data எடுத்து it will be able to read it and analyze it for you. But அது ஒழுங்கா பண்ணிருக்கனா you have to check always. Otherwise you might land up buying the wrong company at the wrong price. It might say, like if you go ask it, what are the best companies to buy in India right now? Na Vedanta சொல்லும், Coal India சொல்லும், and we know these things are not true. So keep this in mind when you're using AI. Now getting into StoveKraft and TTK. Where is my notes on TTK and StoveKraft? Where are my notes? Notes. Here we go. TTK Prestige. How was their last quarter? Ending on March 31st, 2005. I need to get my glasses. Where are my glasses? I'm an old man, you see. An old man needs glasses. Wow. I have forgotten my glasses. Unfortunately, that means I'll be doing this. So please bear with me as I try to get closer to my screen. Consolidated revenue on this 4.3% year on year. It's gone up. Standalone we can avoid. However, reporting loss of 406 EPS has come down to 2.97 compared to last year. Impairment cost US subsidy la irka TTK Brazil. Rural sales are still weak because of the credit squeeze. They're saying input cost ஏறி இருக்கு, aluminum cost ஏறி இருக்கு. There is no debt, of course, in the companies, which is good. Only problem is growth, and impairment exposure could be a problem. Impairment, na. But looking at the rest of it, Looking at this current price point, TTK Prestige, in terms of discounted cash flow method, if it was trading around 570 rupees, I would say TTK Prestige it's worth looking at. But at the current price point, which is over 630, 632 today, it's trading at, it puts it above what I would consider its intrinsic value. Discounted cash flow and relative value average pata, it comes around to 577. So I would say even the best case scenario, it doesn't bring it into value. So TTK Prestige, I would say நீங்க வந்து இன்னும் correction பார்க்கணும். Because the rest of the pain which is there in TTK is short term. Short term பார்க்கும்போது TTK, yes, should see a further price correction. So I would say let's wait and watch on TTK. Now you guys wanted to know about StoveKraft. StoveKraft, where are my notes on StoveKraft? StoveKraft quarter ending on March 2024. Revenue seen marginal growth. Pigeon is still the main brand. Okay, debt to equity ratio is also not bad. Free cash flow is positive. Interest coverage is okay. Red flags என்ன இருக்கு? IPO மெயினா இது யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க, debt reduction, which is okay. PE ratio is also where Stovecraft's current PE ratio is trading at 610. PE ratio is up 52. Why do you guys like this PE ratio? I don't understand. Because historically, the PE ratios should be below anything below 48 starts looking at value. At this current price point, I would not say StoveKraft is of value. But in terms of intrinsic value, it can be argued that it's looking attractive in terms of intrinsic value. But in terms of where it's trading at, I would not buy StoveKraft right now. I would wait for some more correction, is what I feel. But if you guys want to consider StoveKraft, you can consider StoveKraft for the long term. But I would say I would look at reducing the price a little bit further in price reduction before StoveKraft. But it's got a great brand. Pigeon is his biggest brand. Black & Decker irukku, and then the Gilma irukku. But out of these three brands, Pigeon is the strongest brand which they have. Gilma and Black & Decker still have ways to go to become a big brand in India. இந்தியாவில் அவங்க மேஜர் பிராண்ட் Pigeon தான். So this is as far as StoveKraft and TTK are concerned. Both of them I would not put on my buy list right now. நம்மளோட பட்டாஸ் லிஸ்ட்ல இப்போதைக்கு போட மாட்டேன். I would say we should wait and watch for some more time. What is the opinions? What are you guys saying? Josh is low. Why? Josh ஒரு company. Company Josh. I don't know. US FDA recently increased inspection. Trump is pushing for more domestic manufacturing. Threat to now. Yeah, Trump, he's got another probably year before he becomes a lame duck president. He will definitely lose the House, maybe not the Senate. And if he loses the House after that, whatever he wants to do will not go through. So whatever is happening in the US in terms of trade and trade war and tariffs, it's all temporal. But that said, there are pain for the short term for global trade for the next foreseeable year to two. Adukapram, we'll have to see what happens. As far as pharma is concerned, pharma is just not the US. Of course, US is a major market for them, but Europe is also a market, and Africa. That's why pharmaceutical companies are expanding globally and looking at globally. Recently, Singapore Prime Minister ஒரு ஃபாரம்ல பேசியிருந்தார். அங்கேயும் அவர் என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தாருன்னா, the global world trade will have to look as going forward. இனிமே US இல்லாம the world has to think அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காரு. So that seems to be also, people are getting slowly had enough of Trump and his tariffs and pushing with his tariffs. So we'll have to wait and watch. I think pharmaceuticals, when we're looking at it 10 years, 15 years, if you find it at a reasonable price, which it is, like Natco, Dr. Reddy, I think it is worthwhile investing. Whatever நீங்க சொல்லதெல்லாம் வந்து short term. At the end of the day, setting up a factory in the US to make domestically these pharmaceuticals, it's not easy. Setting up a factory is capital expense, and it takes land, it takes money, and of course you have to train people to come and work in these factories. Pharmaceuticals is not like putting a screwdriver and turning it. So considering all things, I don't think within 2 years you can build a factory and start producing these kind of high quality drugs in the US. So this is all temporal, whatever he's saying. I would not say these are long term problems for the pharma sector as far as this is concerned. Anyway, let me look at the questions I put on Instagram before I jump into the comments which are there on the side ticking along. Right. Questions for today. While considering Japanese stock, Naguru Maya, while considering Japanese stock for investments in the US, should we go for ADRs ending with F or Y? Meaning Mayur Y or Marubeni? Okay, this is a good question. And I should actually have Albin answering this question. Let me check where Mr. Albin Baba is. Supposed to be here 1 hour ago. As always, my friend Albin never picks up call. Let me try. Hey, Dino. Or do you look when you're buying in IBKR, when we're considering ADR stocks, right? Do we look at F or Y, like Marubeni F or a Marubeni Y? Sure. Okay. No, I'm on live right now on YouTube. Someone asked me, and I tried Albin Baba. He's not picking up, so I thought you would know. Here comes Albin. I'll ask him. But yeah, when I call, you should pick up. I'm on live YouTube. People want to know why. What happened? Okay, don't have to freak out, man. No, Albin says hi, guys. What, man? It's just a camera. Don't worry. Don't panic. So having a conversation face to face, I'm having conversation virtually. Okay. Right. So people are asking if they're buying a stock, ADR Japanese stock, right, in US market, do they look at the F or Y? Like Marubeni F is there, Marubeni Y is there. The DR component is important. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. I didn't want to faff and give the wrong information. So that's why there's a very mostly should be a Y thing. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wanted you to tell me that. So hang on. Albin is verifying to make sure we're going to give the right call on that one. Meanwhile, while we're looking at Albin, coming back to us on that, and move on to the next one, which is Monk 7 BN. MARUY. So it's the ADR component. Yeah, not a MARUF. Okay. So what you guys should be looking at is the F. Yes, sorry, the Y component. MARU for Marubeni and the Y component. That is the ADR which you should be looking at investing in the US market for the Japanese stock. So don't buy the F, buy the Y. I hope that gave clarity to a lot of you. அருண் தான்டா நம்ம குரூப்ல ஒன்றும் கோவப்பட மாட்டாங்கடா நம்ம மக்கள் அப்படிலாம் கோவப்பட மாட்டாங்க இது ஒன்று ரெக்கார்டட் போட்டு ஸ்மூதா நம்ம பாலிஷ் பண்ண வீடியோல இது வந்து ஜஸ்ட் ஜென்ரல் கான்வர்சேஷன் இவ்வளோலாம் நீ ஃபீல் பண்ணனா நீ எப்படி இருக்குங்க லைவா What's going on here? Recorded, polished. Here's this man like just getting on a camera and he's riffing like. I should turn it off. Here. Why the battery is dead?
இல்ல சார் பேட்டரி இருக்கு.
Then
நாய்ஸ் வருது.
and he's riffing like.
உங்களுக்கு கேக்குதுங்களா?
I want to tell. He's on that side. We have some technical issues while he's looking at the mic. Here's this man like Enna Baba, can I continue? Arun sir. Chalo. Okay, so next one, monk number 7B and says, sit down, Albin, 2 minutes. I'll finish my conversation with my group and then we can have our Bangalore plan discussion. We are coming to Bangalore. I'm bringing Albin and I'm bringing Shashwat to Bangalore. We'll be there having an event with you guys on the 2nd of August. And so I hope you guys can attend. Those of you who are interested in meeting Albin and Shashwat and me live can definitely come to Bangalore event and catch us there live. So anyway, I digress. So what is the monk asked? He's asked, which of the banks in our Patas list do you think has the potential to become the next HDFC ICICI bank? Federal, KTK, IDFC, IndusInd Bank. I would say IndusInd is already a big bank. It's not a small bank. Okay. So you should not have IndusInd in your list, Mr. Monk. Because you're looking at IndusInd price-wise, you're very lucky you're getting IndusInd at this price. இந்த விலைக்கு IndusInd கிடைக்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். ஹிஸ்டாரிக்கலாக நீங்கள் பார்க்கும்போது, ஏன்னா ரீசெண்டாக நிறைய அடி வாங்கினால ஏசி பார்க்குறியா? அடி வாங்கினதுனால இந்த தலைமாட்டு விலைக்கு இருக்குது. அதனால IndusInd நீங்கள் பெரிய பேங்க் தான் IndusInd. So keep IndusInd always as a big bank and consider that as a big bank and also should be on your Patas list. Now, getting back to Federal, KTK and IDFC, I would say out of the three, my money would be on IDFC First Bank because of Vaidyanathan's background and his capacity to work and his vision. I would say he is the one most likely to succeed in becoming a big bank in the next 10 years. IDFC First Bank, if Vaidyanathan is there and he achieves his dream, will be a very big bank 10 years from now. Enough feel bring is Albin sir. Would I say IDFC is the one that has the biggest chance to become a big bank?
IDFC as well as Federal Bank because of KVS Manian.
Okay, KVS Manian, Albin gives his vote for. So we will see. 10 years, Albin will be here. I'll be a little bolder. Albin will be a little older. Probably he'll be Father Albin by then. So definitely we will be able to tell you. But Albin says Federal Bank is more likely to pull its nose ahead. I have my money on IDFC. I would like to know what your opinion is.
Even South Indian Bank can be a multi-bagger because they have to look at what P.R. Seshadri has done for KVB. During KVB, like during this CEO tenure in KVB.
ஆனால் South Indian Bank வந்து ஒரு பெரிய பேங்க். HDFC ICICI ஆயிடுங்கிறியா?
Not bigger.
அதான் கேட்ட கேள்வி. நீ சும்மா விட்டா எல்லாத்தையும் நீ உள்ள ஊட்டிட்டு பாப்படா. Bunny Tarun, Albin is very upset with you because you're spilling all the beans on a public forum. Yes, Albin's like, okay. So, Tarun Vinay Krishnan, நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு நான் பதில் சொல்ல முடியாது. ஆனா Albin has barred me from answering that question. ஆனா தருண் வினய் கிருஷ்ணன் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காருன்னு நீங்க இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல வந்து கொஸ்டின் செக்ஷன்ல வந்து கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவர் சொன்னது என்னன்னு இருக்கும். ஒன்று மட்டும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுங்க, பட்டாஸ் லிஸ்ட்னு சொல்லதை வந்து கீப்ஸ் சேஞ்சிங் ஃப்ரம் ஹியர் டு தேர். மேபி ஒரு வீடியோவில் ஆனீங்கன்னா இது சொல்லலாம் அது சொல்லலாம். பட் ஓவரால் பட்டாஸ் லிஸ்ட் நீங்கள் நினச்சிருந்தது உங்கள் லிஸ்ட்டு, சரிங்களா? ஸோ அதை வந்து மனசில் வச்சுக்கோங்க. எல்லா கம்பெனியும் எங்கள் அண்ணா வந்து ஒரு வீடியோலையும் சொல்லுவாருன்னு இல்லை. ஸோ those of you who want to understand further, because I'm being barred by Albin about talking more about it, go read there and you'll understand why I'm being so vague about it. But if you want answers, do meet us in Bangalore. Albin will be there and you can ask Albin directly yourself. Why Albin? Why you are not allowing Vinod to talk about what Bunny Tarun has asked about? Moving on. KR7 Cabin. Why are you considering Aditya Black Capital even though debt equity ratio வந்து 4.6 Aditya Birla is not bad,
it's not to be considered at all because it's a NBFC, insurance, many things are there inside that one conglomerate.
So ABC நீங்க பார்க்கும்போது எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க, எப்படி பார்க்காம எப்படி பாருங்க, சரிங்களா? எப்படி பார்க்கும்போது it's a big financial institution. It's not a small NBFC. So there's many things inside Aditya Birla Capital. Some of parts, many parts, then you'll understand why we're looking at Aditya Birla Capital. It's a very different way you should look at Aditya Birla Capital. Of course, goes back to the argument of Grasim Industries. Albin and me had an argument on both. That's a video one argue where I said Grasim Industry ABC Ultratech Albin right growth பார்க்கும்போது வளராது. இதே ஏபிசின்னு தனியா பாத்தீங்கன்னா அது வளரும். So yes, if you want to buy forever in eternity, you can look at Grasim Industry. But if you're looking for capital growth 10 years, please keep your eyes on the ball, sir. So don't look at Grasim Industries, guys. Look at ABC alone. That is the only one in the Aditya Birla group of companies where we are looking at and saying, okay, there is some value to be unlocked. அடுத்தது IM Surya 95 என்ன கேட்டிருக்குன்னா, why should I park investable capital? I feel bonds are not liquid enough to convert into cash. Buy stocks when the market crashes. Bonds are very liquid even when the market crashes. Bonds become even more valuable when markets crash because people think, don't think like you. Most investors don't think like us. Most investors are not value investors. When market crashes, different institutions require capital back because they need to have monthly bills to be paid, like pension fund, government funds. So they will run to bonds because bonds are safe at that point of time. So at the time, bond demand will be very high, believe it or not. So it will be very easy to sell a bond in a market crash and move to equity because people will be dumping equity. So you'll be the only one who's doing the reverse. As Warren Buffett says, there'll be blood on the streets. You'll be the only one happy to go on the bloody street and say, okay, I am having for sale now, I will buy everything. So bonds அப்போ விற்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்காது, ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்கும். இப்போதைக்கு நீங்க பார்க்கும்போது சூர்யா பாண்ட் தான் பெஸ்ட். சரிங்களா? இப்போ பாண்ட் வந்து பாண்டே இருங்க. இட் இஸ் வெரி லிக்விட் when you need it to be. பேசாம பாண்ட்ல போட்டு வைங்க lump sum. Don't let it just sit in the bank and in an FD. That is just inflation is just eroding that. So there's no point in doing that. That's my advice. But take your consideration as you wish. Nandu sir, Shri 75. Good morning, sir. Bond assistance கொடுத்து ரிப்ளைக்கு வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் சார். இது வரைக்கும் யாரும் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணல சார். Nandu Sri, let me reply to you right now. Reply. Nandu Sri, please, I will ask Mr. Hussain to message you and call you today. Nandu Sri 75. Okay. I am Sylvester. I hold VLB. Varun Beverages are VLB. Varun Beverages Limited. 600 shares at 500. What is your view on it? Well, I'll dump it and I'll buy something else. If I had Varun Beverages at 600. What is Varun Beverages trading at now?
More than 50 times easier. 58 times.
58 times. Price?
484.
I'm sorry I'm not at a profit, my friend Sylvester, but you might as well check it out and take the pain and move on to a better investment. The true 600 it's a lot of money. I don't know why you went and put so much money. I hope you போட்டது வந்து 500 average போட்டிருக்கீங்க Sylvester. I hope and not dumped all of it at one go. But Varun Beverages நான் கிட்டாவில் ஓடுனதுன்னா தப்பா வாங்கிட்டேன். ஓகே, கண்ணாட்டில் இப்படி போட்டுன்ட்டு நான் சாரி சாமியை வித்துட்டு வேற ஏதாவது நல்லடா நம்ம ஆல்பின் சார் சொல்றது மாதிரி ஒரு ஐடிசி இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஐடிசி ஒரு சவுத் இந்தியன் பேங்க் ஆனு பார்ப்பேன். அதுவும் வித்துட்டு ஒரேடியாக நான் போய் அதை எல்லாத்தையும் வாங்க மாட்டேன். மொத்தமாக கொஞ்சமாக பொறுமையாக கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக அப்போ டிஃபன் காஃபி ரேஞ்சில் அப்பப்போ எடுத்து சாப்பிடுவேன். சரிங்களா? ப்ளீஸ் Sylvester, be careful when you're investing. Positive attitude quotes. What's our edge in the market as small investors, where large companies have power, computers, many people? Of course, Jane Street just showed you that. That is why you cannot compete. Here comes Krish. No, Krish, with Krish. Dabba எடுத்துனாரு ஏதோ. ஓ, நம்ம பிளேயர் இல்லை. 82 ரிட்டர்ன் பண்ணிட்டாரா? மிடில் 82 இல்லை. We asked back. Very good. How is 82 doing?
Sir, he's doing good.
He's doing good?
Yes, sir.
Say hi to him. Yes, hi 82D. You are live watching us.
Your life, sorry.
I don't mind. Come, Krish, say hi. Krish, all of you want to say, see, Krish, give me some hearts. Give me some hearts right now, and I'll pull Krish into the video.
Sir, I'll go work. I'll go work.
No, come here. Say hi and go, man. I got a couple of hearts. 3, 4.
I'll put a heart as well. Hi guys. Sir,
you tell ஒரு டெரரிஸ்ட் மேல உட்காந்துருப்பேன் ஒரு கூண்டுக்குள்ள உட்காந்து லைட்டிங்
Sorry, you continue.
பரவாயில்ல. டேய் சரி இங்க இருக்கட்டும் எங்க எடுத்துன்னு போய் வைக்கணும். Okay, cool. Anyway, that's it. What is the edge? We don't have an edge. That is why value investing namakku worry to make money, because everybody else in the market has supercomputers, analyzers, whatever, and they have special friends. We don't have special friends. We don't have supercomputers. We have none of that stuff. So நம்ம வந்து லாங் டேர்மா பார்த்துட்டு பொறுமையா கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணி வேல்யூ கண்டுபிடிக்கிற இடத்துல நம்பிக்கையான கம்பெனில கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா போடப்படி தான் ஒன்லி வே. Even if you have 10 crores, you're not a big player in the market. Even if you have 100 crores, believe it or not, you're not a big player in the market. Once we reach in the realm of 1,000 crores, then we start looking like, they take interest in you. So you, me will never become big players, small players in the market. We'll be insignificant players. அப்பப்போ கொஞ்சம் எடுத்து பேக்கில் போட்டுட்டு ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு பார்த்துன்னு வழி பார்த்துன்னு போகிறது தான் பெஸ்ட்டு. Yes, some of you may become the age of 18 who are investing from the age of 18. By the time you reach my age, you'll have the platform to become our next Warren Buffett if you're very disciplined. 18 வயசுலேருந்து இப்போ இந்த வீடியோ பார்த்து இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகிட்டு எங்கள் அண்ணன் வீடியோ பார்த்து இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகிட்டு நீங்கள் பொறுமையாக இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்கன்னா 18 வயசுலேருந்து 50 வயசு வரும்போது உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இருக்கும் டு லான்ச் யுவர் செல்ஃப். பை த டைம் நீங்கள் ஒரு 70 வயசு வரும்போது யூ வில் ஹேவ் thousands of crores. பட் அதான் நடக்குது வெரி ஃபியூ. ஏன்னா கன்சிஸ்டன்சி இஸ் வெரி ஹார்ட். எல்லாரும் சொல்லலாம் பேசுறது ரொம்ப ஈஸி. ஆரோ நீங்கள் பீரிஸ்ல அன்னைக்கு நேற்று வீடியோவில் கமெண்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. ஆரோ, வினோத், யூர் இன்டரப்டிங் ஷாஷ்வத் டூ மச். Do not disturb Shashwat when he's talking. So I found that hilariously funny. That yes, even it's hard to be consistent. Is very, very hard. See me, I'm trying to be consistent all the time. உங்ககிட்ட டெய்லி வந்து பேசணும்னு ஆசையாக தான் இருக்குது. ஆனால் டெய்லி என்னால் வர முடியல. எங்கள் அண்ணன் எனக்கு வேலை கொடுக்குறாரு, ஆல்பன் வேறு எனக்கு பயங்கரமாக வேலை கொடுத்துட்டுருக்காரு, எல்லா பக்கமும் இழுக்கிறாங்க. நான் என்னை விட்டா நான் இப்படியே ஃபுல் டைம் உட்காந்துட்டு ஒரு பக்கம் உங்களால் மாவு அடிச்சுட்டு ஒரு புக்கு கையில் படிச்சுட்டு அப்பப்போ மார்க்கெட் நியூஸ் ஏதாவது சொல்லிட்டு ஜாலியாக இருப்பேன். அதான் எங்கள் ஒய்ஃப் என்னை சாப்பிடுச்சுடுவார். தேங்க்ஃபுல்லி ஷி டசன்ட் வாட்ச் மை ஸ்டஃப். ஸோ இல்லாட்டா போய் வந்து ஒன் ஃப்ரைங் பேன் வில் கம் லேண்டிங். ரைட், அடுத்தது பாசிட்டிவ் ஆட்டிடியூட். ஸோ பாசிட்டிவ் ஆட்டிடியூட், ஐ லைக் யுவர் ஹேண்டில் அண்ட் ஐ assume you have positive things on your Instagram page. Keep that positivity and keep investing as small investor. Don't worry about large companies. That's why you should not do future and options. Jane Street has got permission to come back now. NSE and BSE has told Jane Street, okay baby, come, let us party. Why do they allow them to participate? Because they also make money, that's why. Shankar Subramanian Giri, Indian stocks, DCB Bank, UK stocks, Standard Chartered or NatWest US stocks. US stocks la Ori Bank. Ori Bank. Enna Ori Bank US la? WOORI.
Not on the top.
நான் கேள்விப்படாத பேங்க். இது ஊர் தெரியாத பேங்க்லாம் போய் படம் போடாத சங்கர் சுப்ரமணியம். இல்லை நான் படிச்சு சொல்கிறேன் இதுக்கான. டிசிபி பேங்க் வந்து எஸ், இட் இஸ் அ குட் பேங்க், சரிங்களா. ஆனால் வளர்றது வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவாக இருக்கும். ஆமாம் ஆமாம். ஒரு ஆதி காலத்தில் நான் ஆல்பின் சொன்னேன்னு ரொம்ப நாள் முன்னாடி போட்டேன் பணம். அது கொஞ்சம் வளர்ந்துருக்கு. அதனால் நான் சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கேன் டிசிபி பேங்கை பார்க்கும்போது. ஆகா கேன் பேங்க் அது. ஸோ ஹிஸ்ட்ரி படிங்க, டெவலப்மெண்ட் கார்பரேஷன் பேங்க் என்னன்னு. இட்ஸ் வெரி நைஸ் பேங்க். ஆனால் க்ரோத்லாம் ரொம்ப ஸ்பெக்டாகுலர்லாம் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணாதீங்க. குவைட் காம்பவுண்டர்பாங்களே அது மாரி ஆனால் நீங்கள் வச்சுக்கோங்களா. யூகேல ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சார்ட்டர்ட் பேங்க்லாம் தொடாதீங்க. நாட் வெஸ்ட்டும் இப்போதைக்கு தொடாதீங்க. ஏண்டா குருவை சொல்லிட்டு தொடாதீங்க, சரிங்களா. ஸோ பேங்க்னு பார்க்கும்போது இன்டர்நேஷனலாக பார்க்கும்போது என்ன பேங்க்ல பார்க்கலாம்? அதான் பார்த்தீங்களா, வாரன் பஃபெட் பேங்க் எடுத்து சொல்லிட்டு பேங்க் ஆஃப் அமெரிக்கா. ஆமாம், அது SMFT. ஜாப்பனீஸ் வந்து SMFT, சரிங்களா. நான் ஒழுங்கா சொல்லிடுறேன். என்னது SMF?
Sumitomo Mitsubishi Financial.
அதான் நான் பேசுகிறேன், ஒரு வீடியோ பண்ணியிருக்கேன் பிபிஎஸ்ல. ஆனால் வாயில் நுழையாது. என்னடா இன்னும் ஷார்ட் ஃபார்மு?
SMFG.
SMFG. ஏன்னா எனக்கு டிஸ்லெக்ஸியா இருக்குது, நான் தப்பாக சொல்லிட்டீங்க, தப்பான ஸ்டாக்கை வாங்கிட்டு வினோத் நீங்கள் தான் சொன்னீங்கம்பீங்க. அதனால just want to make sure. I am Mahi 7. Your thoughts on Anthem Bioscience and L&T Foods? No. I hope that is done. சரிங்களா? Casual boy. Hello sir, what are your thoughts about active funds? தொடவே தொடாதீங்க. Is it right time to invest in gold bees? Always good time to invest in gold bees. ITC gold bees always good. Mutual fundsலாம் இப்போதைக்கு ஒன்றும் பண்ணாதீங்க unless it's passive funds. Passive fundsலாம் நீங்கள் கன்சிடர் பண்ணலாம். ஆக்டிவ் ஃபண்ட்ஸ்லாம் தொடாதீங்க இப்போதைக்கு. இந்த மாரி மார்க்கெட்டில் போய் இவ்வளோ ஹையாக இருக்கும்போது தொடவே தொடாதீங்க. So Somash Iboyan 14. Sir, do you know anything about Schneider Electric Infrastructure Limited? Yes, Schneider Electric Infrastructure இந்தியாவில் இருக்குது. ஆனால் நீங்கள் அதை இப்போதைக்கு கன்சிடர் பண்ண முடியாது. பார்க்கணுன்னு ஆசைப்பட்டீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் யூரோப்பில் போய் பாருங்கள், பேரண்ட் கம்பெனி போய் பாருங்கள், அது வேல்யூவில் இருக்கும். இந்தியாவில் வந்து இதுமாரி கம்பெனிலாம் வேல்யூவே இருக்காது. It's all overvalued in India. That is why they put IPO in India and launch Indian operations. ஏன்னா நம்ம மார்க்கெட்டில் நம்ம ஃப்ரீயாக பணம் எடுத்து கொடுக்குறோம், அவங்க ஸ்ட்ரா போட்டு பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. Everybody is interested in launching an IPO in India because our retail investors participate in IPOs like nobody business, and that is why everyone wants to launch an IPO in India. Vignesh Jayabalan, please talk about advantage of Ionian over other stock brokers and give insight. Yes, there are some advantages doing business with us. One, we do not tempt you with future and options. And biggest complaint people have a grouse against us is because our charges are not like what Zerodha and Grow or all the rest is, because we want to keep it there. We don't want you to trade. Believe it or not, a lot of people still think they're very smart coming onto my platform, buying and selling, holding for short periods of time. They're the ones who have to pay all these incredible charges. Other than Cupid, we have never said exit any company, no? Yeah, not. Hey, profit booking is not exiting. உடனே அதுவும் நாங்கள் வந்து ஒரு சுது சொல்லும்போது உங்களுக்கு வேணா பண்ணிக்கோங்க தான் சொன்னோம். Cupid was the only one where we said, because Anand told us why. But these are the reasons why the charges are where they are. We want to somehow dissuade you from getting out. We want you to be invested for 10 years, 15 years. And I think this is one of the best ways, is to discourage you, is put a cost to it. When I put a cost to things, you will hesitate 2 times, 3 times doing it. And of course, we don't want future and options on my platform. And I'm not forcing you. இங்கே $0 போங்க, க்ரோவில் போங்க, இங்கே வேணால் போய் வாங்கிக்கோங்க. நாங்கள் எல்லாம் ஃப்ரீயாக தானே, பப்ளிக்காக தானே பேசுகிறேன். நான் சீக்ரெட்டாக இவா காதில் மாத்திரம் சீக்ரெட்டாக சொல்கிறேன். நான் இல்லை, ஐ வாண்ட் அ பப்ளிக் ஃபாரம் டெல்லிங் யூ வாட் ஐ எம் டூயிங். இன்றைக்கி வந்து நான் சவுத் இந்தியன் பேங்க் வாங்கியிருக்கேன். That is what I wanted to buy today. Albin was telling me maybe I could buy Karnataka Bank. I got bored of buying Karnataka Bank, so I bought South Indian Bank. So that was my tiffin coffee for the day. And I move on. I spend more time preparing for this video to meet you guys than I did in investing. But that's how it is. And I'm not saying that you have to be on my platform, or as long as you invest பண்ணுங்க, you're following the principles of investing, what my brother is saying, or what Warren Buffett is saying, or any value investor who you like is saying, and the principles if you're following, I'm okay with wherever you wish to invest. There are some advantages if you do with me, because I'll chase you. I'll say, please be disciplined. Every day I'll come out to remind you saying, what a tiffin coffee சாப்பிட்டீங்களா, like how I'm doing here on YouTube and on Instagram. Did you have a little bit? Any கொஞ்சம் invest பண்ணீங்களா? And make sure that you're doing the right stocks and you're not trading. If you try to, on my platform, if you're trying to buy and sell within a month, I'll call you and say, ஏன் பண்றத, ஏன் வித்தாத, என்னாச்சு, what is the problem? So that I can do. நீங்க போய் $0 வாங்கி வித்தீங்கன்னா என்னால ஒண்ணும் பண்ண முடியாது. So that's the advantage of being with me. That as a trainer, if you're in my gym, I can keep an eye on you. Of course, you can see how I'm training. Go to your gym and do the same workout as long as you're disciplined. Remember that. All I'm trying to do in my platform is build discipline. I hope Vignesh Jaibalan that gave you some idea on what I'm doing. Kiran Kumar, can you discuss about Shriram Finance and Milky Mist? Milky Mist IPO நான் போட மாட்டேன். Shriram Finance இப்போதைக்கு இந்த வேலைக்கு நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ண மாட்டோம். இல்லடா? அதான் சொல்றேன். லாச்சு ஏதோ கேட்கறது. Tanla platforms. I don't know what Tanla platforms. What are Tanla platforms?
Tanla platforms, they are like monopoly in that messaging thing. Earlier it was like ரொம்ப hype due to COVID and other stuff. இப்போ வந்து அவங்களுக்கு business பெருசா இல்ல. So many other social media platforms have ruined their market share in that thing. But OTP and other stuff, messaging la அவங்க தான் monopoly in India. Tanla.
நம்ம தொட மாட்டோம்ல.
No, not at all. Because business prospect is not that great.
வர்றதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இல்லை, அதனால தான் தொட முடியாதுன்ட்டு. Like I said, நம்ம ஃபினிஷ்ல மல்டிபேக்கர் அனாலிசிஸ்ல சொன்னேன், ஸ்கேலபிலிட்டி க்ரோத்லாம் எங்கே இருக்கா கம்பெனியில் இல்லைன்னா ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. Raghav 91. I'm still waiting for Hussein's call. I hope I'll get it soon. Raghavan 91. But you guys burn me, man. You guys like really, you guys are great at burning me. Raghavan 91. Okay, I got Nandu Shri 75 and Raghavan 19. Okay. Patta's list for new investors. Patta's list for new investors. Hang on, new investors. We will be talking very soon. Some guy Vivek has put full screenshot of communication from my team. Vivek feels we are charging too much. Here, is the number charge done for international stocks? Thanks, Vivek, for publicly putting this cost up, so then I don't have to talk about it. For international stocks, we do charge $300 annual subscription. What do you get for the $300 annual subscription? You get Anand stock picks for the US and Japanese markets for the year. That is our subscription cost for American stocks. We're not forcing you to take it. I'm not saying you must take it. Whatever you want, this is the cost. Other than that, of course, on Brich, I do talk. Other than talking on Brich, there is a lot of stocks which Albin and his team do research in, deep dive into, and people who want access to that list can take the subscription from the international desk for $300. And we don't have a tie-up or an app like what we have here in India. You can take the subscription, buy it in any platform. If the advantage in using IBKR is, then we will be able to ask you to share the details with us and make sure that you're buying the stocks. Last year, what happened was, when we gave some recommendation, people did not bother buying the stocks. So then we had to find out later on they didn't bother investing, or even worse, when we gave them 4 stocks to buy, they only liked one stock and they went all in on one stock, missing out opportunities on other stocks. So that is the reason why we use IBKR, because it's easy for us to communicate and evaluate your portfolio. Other than that, for $300, you can take, the subscription if you want. That is why I said there is a threshold to enter investing into US stocks. It is not for the faint-hearted. There is a commitment involved here. 50,000 rupees a month at least. And if you want the US, subscription, you can definitely take and you can get the American stock list. Plus, but do keep in mind, Vivek, I am not forcing you to take it. It is purely your option. And it's not some secret for you to think that you put, yellow highlight, Mr. Vinod Srinivasan, $300. Yes. So those of you who want to see Vivek's mail from Deepanjali, you can go check it out and read the mail from our team. So I'm not hiding behind it. There is a cost for American stocks. And why, if you're wondering why is there a cost? Because there are 30 to 35 research assistants who are working with Albin to do the research and deep dive and analyze these companies and see if they are of value to buy. And they need to be paid a salary. You're not paying me $300, Vivek. You're paying them their salaries to do professional work for you and follow up with you and chase you and make sure you invest. And I think that's a fair cost. I don't think $300 is too much money. That's less than $1 a day. And people spend far more money on coffee, especially people like me who go to Starbucks and drink. They spend a lot more. So keep that in mind when you're looking at taking the subscription. Santana Krishna, what's your thought of L&T Finance? Not right now. L&T Finance is too expensive. And Axis Bank, is it the right time to lunch or still tiffin coffee? Tiffin coffee, there's no lunch, no stock is in lunch. So please do not go lunch on any stock. Even if you see any stock drop by 10-15%, it is not lunchtime as yet. Keep it in tiffin coffee. And Axis Bank, of course, you can have tiffin coffee. நானே முன்னாடி டிஃபன் காஃபி சாப்பிடலாமான்னு யோசிச்சிருக்கேன். ஆனால் நான் இண்டஸ்இண்ட் பார்க்கும்போது என்னால் ஆக்சிஸ் பேங்க் சாப்பிட முடியல. ஏன்னா இண்டஸ்இண்ட் பேங்க் பார்க்கறது இன்னும் ருசியாக இருக்கு. Of course, Albin disagrees with me. He says they're two different banks. You cannot compare Axis Bank and IndusInd Bank. Albin will argue. But I argue saying no. They're pretty much the same. And IndusInd is cheaper. Albin's like, no, you're wrong. So I leave it up to you. Ashok Raj, 3597. I still have gold 20 lakhs, but I started Tiffin Coffee last 2 years of. I would say, Ashok Raj, in the last 2 years, your gold would have grown a lot. The 20 lakhs, which is stuck. The gold in Port of gold, 20 lakh gold, and this a lot. By chance, on the 20 lakhs, if you lose that gold, your heart will break. And gold will grow some more. If I was you, I would take my gold out first and keep my gold very safe, then invest. You know, the kind of return you'll be seeing in gold, that's my advice. And I've been cut on the I don't know, middle class mind. Jalapati, I have some skills in VR development, AI, imaging, video editing, yoga, meditation, share market. Oh, Jalapati, if you have skills in VR developing and AI imaging, video editing, yoga, meditation, share marketing, cooking, get on social media, man. Do get on to Instagram, on YouTube, put up videos. It's still not too late to enter YouTube. YouTube is saturated. YouTube it just takes time, consistency. Like in fitness, in investing. If you want to be good at your side gig, you have to be consistent. People need to know that you're committed to it. And the only way people, when they'll know you're committed to it, is if you keep showing up. Doesn't matter if you only have one person watching your video or only one person who takes your subscription. Still good. Do it well. And it will build. As long as you are consistent and you're serious and you're genuine and you're honest, growth will definitely come your way. So don't be tough on yourself. That pretty much wraps up all the questions which you guys have given me today on Instagram. I did thought of starting a book club / discussion. So I think that will be something fun we can do, since a lot of you have been asking about books. And one of the first books I thought we'll discuss, and I thought I'll do book discussions on Saturdays. Book which I wanted to talk about was this book by John Maynard Keynes. It's called The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. Seringla, I think that will be a great book to start with. I've read some of the book. I'll finish the book by Saturday. So if you want to read it and catch up with me, Saturday discussion. The General Theory of Employment and Interest and Money by John Maynard Keynes. And the book எடுத்து படிங்க. Saturday நான் அந்த புக்கை பற்றி நான் அந்த புக்கில் என்ன கற்றுண்டேன், அந்த புக்கில் என்ன இருக்குது இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக டெஃபினட்டாக உங்களோட பேச போகிறேன். So that is something to do. Every week I thought Saturday I'll discuss a book about finance or a book about economy or a book about money. So it will be something related to that which I'll talk about. So that is something which I wanted to tell you guys. Then of course the Patas list, results, dates for us to do the result analysis together. that quarterly earning dates, what we have in the month of August will be Tata Motors on the 8th August will probably be coming. Quarter 1 results. So we can look forward to 8th August. Karnataka Bank பட வருது அது வந்துடுதுல்ல இனிமே எப்போ வரும்
mostly
August
July end or August 1st.
Okay, so July end, if Karnataka Bank comes, I'll discuss Karnataka Bank with you. South Indian Bank is already done. Reddy is done. IDFC will come on 26th. 26th is when IDFC comes out. IDFC is something to look forward to next week. Manappuram mid-August la varum. I think Jyoti Labs is over also, no?
No, sir.
No, yet to come. So Jyoti Labs
FMCG companies will take the August 2nd or 3rd week.
Okay, so August will be Tata Motors, Jyoti Labs is there in August. IndusInd Bank is over. I think Power Grid is also over. PG Invit is also over. Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank vada varudhu.
It will take time, sir.
Yeah, so that will take time. Other than that, I'll try and, as the results come, definitely I'm a patas list stocks, I'll definitely review it and talk about it here with you guys on how the results did and my views on that result. And you can also study and deep dive about the results at that point of time. That is where patas list is standing. Now the companies which I shared and asked you guys to on Instagram, inna company நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து analyze பண்ணலாம். அதுல வந்து what has come on top of the list, which companies to analyze together, வந்து Tata Chemicals, TTK Prestige, StoveKraft, Mahindra Holidays has been voted up top. அதில் வந்து நம்ம TTK Prestige and StoveKraft பேசுறது வேஸ்ட்டு. ஏன்னா இப்போதைக்கு அது ரெண்டும் பார்க்கவும் முடியாது, வாங்கவும் முடியாது, விலை ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியாக இருக்குது. ஸோ அது ரெண்டும் விடும்போது மஹிந்திரா ஹாலிடேஸ் அண்ட் டாடா கெமிக்கல்ஸ் இந்த கம்பெனி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அனலைஸ் பண்ணுறா குரூப்பா எங்கள் மக்களோட. Okay, Mahindra Holidays. So we will do Mahindra Holidays together. So Mahindra Holidays, I will sit and study and deep dive and look at the numbers, look at the company, get all my information together and come tomorrow. So those of you உங்களுக்கு ஆர்க்கான டைம் இருக்கோ டெஃபினெட்லி மஹிந்திரா ஹாலிடேஸ் போய் பாருங்க. மஹிந்திரா ஹாலிடேஸை பற்றி ஃபுல்லாக படிச்சுட்டு என்ன ஏதுன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு எல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு வாங்க. And I'll give you my views tomorrow. Then you can compare and contrast and definitely ask me some questions and we will check. Meanwhile, as I'm closing out, let me see what questions I can answer here. Is there any way to buy bonds in private placement for retail investor, which is the best? இதே விட நம்ம bond secondary market தான் நம்ம பண்றோம்ல. Private placement என்னது?
No, private placement is like for, if say for example Kosamattam is going to release 100 crores, if Aditya Birla is going to release 100 crores, private close ரொம்ப close circle இருக்கவங்க கொடுத்துருவாங்க. They'll float to the secondary market.
Yeah, but for retail investors, there's no way to get into it. We are not even inside that, right? The same way IPOs run in the US and UK. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Darshan, there's no way you can get entry into that. We are too small. Yeah. We don't have special access to this. So I'm sorry, what you're asking is not possible. Jyoti Labs is still in consideration. Different Coffee, of course, it is in consideration. You can look at it. And Arun Kumar dropped me a mail. Don't worry, we will definitely get through the mails and we'll reach out to you. And they're on Instagram too. But like I said, I get thousands of messages a day on WhatsApp and Instagram. It's very hard for me to go through every single one of them. Because on my Instagram and my WhatsApp number, I'm the one who's talking. People who have interacted with me know that I'm the one who calls, I'm the one who messages. So I don't want to dilute that by handing that over to anybody. So I will try and call as many as I can in a day, but I can't reach out to everybody. But I will keep dropping a message and I'll definitely catch you some point of time, I assume. Otherwise, drop a mail and Hussein or one of my team members will call you. And at that point in time, you can tell them, I want to talk to Vinod, I need to meet Vinod, and definitely I'll catch up with you. Like yesterday in Music Academy event, a couple of you who wanted to talk to me, I could not catch up with you there. I said, come over to the studio, and two of you came over to the studio yesterday, and I met you guys, and we had a deep, wonderful conversation. So, and if you do see me in and around Chennai, somewhere, and you don't feel shy, walk up to me and catch up with me. Even in Bangalore, you see me somewhere, I'm not scary actually. Am I scary, Arvind? No, Arvind says I'm not. So anyway, you can definitely walk up to me and have a conversation. If I'm busy, I'll definitely give you some time and tell you where you can catch me later on. It's been fun talking to you guys. I think I covered everything which I wanted to today. We did talk about how to pick stocks and how to do the analysis. And just a quick roundup on that analysis, the way to analyze, which I said, are a multi-bagger check. If you take a company, let's say like TTK, the market capitalization it will clear, but in terms of revenue profitability growth, it won't be there. ROE less than 12% is not there. ROC, sorry, more than 12%. ROC is that alone it will clear, but CFO to EBITDA 70%. It's only at borderline, and debt to equity it passes. So if you look at it like that, out of the 7 criteria we said, it doesn't clear anything massively. TTK Prestige right now, so it won't look like a multi-bagger years to come with the initial analysis. Same way, if you look at StoveKraft, revenue and profit after tax, if you look at the growth for 5 years, there also it's not there. It's not 10% or more. It's at 6% right now. The 3-year median, which I told you, which you should look at 12% or more, ROCE is at 12%, but ROE is only at 8, and the trend is flat. So there also it fails. But the CFO to EBITDA, there it is at 74%. That is a pass. And debt to equity is less than 1.5 times, which is 0.38, which is also a pass. So if you look at it in the final verdict, that is also 2 out of 5. But in case you look at something like a Tata Motors, which I know all of you are very bored of me talking about Tata Motors on and on, but there, the market capitalization is huge. So it's not a small one which is going to become big. But in terms of 5-year annualized revenue profit growth, it meets the criteria. 3-year median ROE and ROCE, it meets that criteria. And CFO to EBITDA, it meets that criteria too. And debt to equity also it meets. So if you look at Tata Motors, it's 4 out of 5. But all of you will say, hey, Tata Motors is boring, Vinod. Why you go on talking about Tata Motors? So anyway, that is something which you can do. Like I said, do use ChatGPT, Gemini, and that'll also give you assistance. You may not have an Albin and 30 people helping you out. I agree to that, but you can do. All of us start small. Wishing you all the best for the rest of the day. I hope you managed to do some different coffee range investing. Nothing else more to say, and I'll try and catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully around the same time. Albin is dying for me to get off the camera so he can get some work done with me. So see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.